The scale of money. Dude, picture this. Imagine what a stack of $10 million actually looks like. Okay, now multiply that. Imagine 100 million. Now try to wrap your head around $1 billion. Jeff Bezos, the guy has a net worth 117 times that number. It's insane. And then there's you. Let's be real for a second. You're grinding away at some job right now, probably the one you got with that degree you spent years stressing over in university. And what do you have to show for it? You probably have zero savings. Your rent and bills feel ridiculously high. You feel like you're totally underpaid. You've got credit card debt piling up and probably that annoying student loan hanging over your head too. You studied for that degree hoping it would bring in the good money, but right now, wealth, actually getting rich, that feels like a total fantasy. You look at these millionaires and billionaires, especially the young ones, and you ask yourself, how the hell did they do it? It's baffling. Honestly, it probably makes you kind of angry. You tell yourself, they just got lucky, or they were born rich, or they must have scammed people. You think, I'm not evil, I'm just unlucky and maybe not smart enough. All those dreams you had, buying the mansion, the sports car, paying off your parents' mortgage, traveling the world, you're starting to realize they're just going to stay dreams, nothing more. You're coming to this harsh realization that the game is rigged. And honestly, it has been a rigged game from the start, and you are definitely on the losing team right now. But what if you're wrong? What if I told you that there is an actual way to get there, like an actual equation, a science to how wealth works? What if you didn't have to give up on paying off your folks' house or traveling the globe? Would you call me a liar? I promise you I'm not full of it. By the time I'm done explaining this, you're going to get it. There is a flip side to the coin that nobody showed you. But I'm warning you now, man, it's brutal. The road is hard. It's full of struggles, ups and downs. You're going to have to swallow some harsh truths that school and society never bothered to tell you. And let me be clear, a lot of people start this path and don't make it to the end. But for the ones who do, there is wealth at the finish line beyond anything you imagine. We're talking about the freedom to never stress about a bill ever again. So, you with me? Good. Let's not waste time. Part 1. The lies you've been fed. What do you actually think about money? Is it something you just work for? Is it earned or inherited? Do you think it's the root of all evil? Are you desperate for more of it? Have you been chasing it your whole life?
Here's the truth. Most of your views on money come from how you grew up. If your family was broke, you're probably wired to think you'll always be broke. Or maybe you went the other way and decided, I'm going to make so much cash, I'll never be poor again. The fact that school taught us absolutely nothing about money doesn't help. Because of that, you've got these false beliefs that are actively holding you back. Stick with me, because we need to completely rewire how you see cash. Think about Hollywood. They always paint rich people as evil, backstabbing, corrupt jerks. But have you actually bought into that stereotype? Check this out. A report by WealthX looked at the ultra-wealthy, people worth $30 million or more. Guess what? 68% of them were self-made. Every study backs this up. Warren Buffett, self-made billionaire. Howard Schultz, born in poverty. Oprah, born in poverty. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Sarah Blakely, all self-made billionaires. So what do they know that you don't? The truth is, your math is wrong. You've been taught a 2D equation. Money equals salary earned from a job. Eventually, the whole point of your education just became getting a job. Why is that a problem? Well, I'm assuming since we're talking, you want to make money, a lot of it, and as fast as possible. If that's the goal, the job equation will literally never get you there. We all have one resource that is more important than anything else. Once it's gone, you can't get it back: time. In a normal job, your money is tied to your time. If you make $20 an hour and work 40 hours a week, do the math. It would take you nearly 24 years to make $1 million. Total. And that's before taxes, before you pay rent or buy food. And don't forget inflation making that million worth less over time. The reality? On $20 an hour, the only way you become a millionaire is by being old and living super cheap. By then, you've traded all your precious time for money, and it wasn't even that much money. So again, you have to ask, how are there young, self-made billionaires? What's the difference? They have a better equation. They understand money in a way you haven't grasped yet. Part 2. The real truth about money. Listen closely. Stop chasing money. In a capitalist society, the rules are simple. You are paid in proportion to the perceived value you provide. Who decides that value? The market, the consumers. That's you, me, your friends, your neighbors.
People always complain, oh, football players are overpaid, but for them to get paid millions, the market has to want football. People see value in the games and the merch, so they spend money. Because the demand is high, the players at the top get paid huge amounts. It is not about how hard you work. Think about a cleaner. They're sweating, tired, working hard every day, but they get paid way less than an accountant sitting in a comfy chair. Why? Because the market perceives the value of the cleaner's work as lower than the accountant's. It sounds harsh, but anyone can learn to clean. It's easily replaceable. The market won't pay a premium for it. The accountant, he spent years studying numbers and saves his clients clients thousands in taxes. Harder to replace, higher value. But wait, we just said a job is the wrong equation for getting rich fast. So how do we increase our value without just getting a better job? Look at Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Why is their value so high? The first step of the wealth equation is simple. If you want money, solve problems. If you really digest that, you'll see that almost all money comes from this. If it solves a problem, people throw money at it. Solve $1 million problem, you make millions. Solve $1 billion problem, you make billions. Look at Amazon. What problems does it solve? The hassle of going to the store, waiting weeks for shipping, high prices. Bezos solved $1 billion problem, so he got rewarded with billions. If you've been chasing money, you're doing it backward. It sounds weird, but stop looking for cash. Look for problems. And more importantly, look for solutions. Once you find a solution, you build a business around it. Now you're probably thinking, wait, that's it? Just solve a problem so I have to build the next Amazon or Facebook? You've got to be kidding me. I can't code. I have no money to start that. Stop. You're falling into your old mindset again. Start with the problem. Listen to the market. What are your friends complaining about? What frustrates people? What is incredibly inconvenient? Is that a problem you can fix? And is it worth fixing? Part 3. A problem worth solving. Here is the final step of the equation. You need a scalable solution. Your solution needs to impact a massive number of people. If you open a restaurant, that's not scalable. You're limited to the people in your town. But a franchise, that's scalable. Is your solution software? That's gold. Once you build it, you can sell it to infinite people online without worrying about shipping or manufacturing. You cannot find infinite scale with a job. But be careful. Does your solution require your time to make money? Let's say you're a yoga teacher charging $100 an hour. Congrats, you just created another job for yourself. You can only do a few classes a day. Your income is tied to your time. But if you create an online yoga course that runs 24/7 and you only had to film it once, that is scalable. Scaling is critical. Do not miss this point.
Automation is huge too. You need systems and processes to keep the business running like a machine. If you can outsource a task or hire someone to do it and the math makes sense, do it. Trying to do everything yourself is a trap. You might think you're the best, but someone else can do it better. Once you have a solution, your job is to make sure everyone in the market can access it. Forget your ego, forget your passion. The market doesn't care about your passion, it cares about the solution. So now you've got a profitable business, systems in place, and it's scalable. Time to reap the rewards. Part 4, the reward. At this point, you usually have two paths. Keep the business or cash out. This is the acquisition. This is when someone buys the solution you spent years building. Think of Instagram getting bought by Facebook for $1 billion, or PayPal selling to eBay. Elon Musk walked away with $165 million from that. This happens all over the world. This is where all your effort pays off. Or maybe you keep running it. Maybe you love the company. Maybe you think you can grow it bigger and sell later. Maybe it runs passively in the background, making money while you sleep. Either way, you did it. You solved the problem the market wanted solved, and they paid you for it. But let me ask you, what was it all for? Part 5, your money or your life. For most of us, it was never really about the money. Money's just paper or digits on a screen. It was about the freedom. You weren't chasing the cash, you were chasing the ability to pay off the mortgage, buy the dream car, or travel. The destination wasn't a bank balance, it was a feeling. The feeling of waking up and doing whatever you want whenever you want. Not asking, can I afford this? Or do I have enough vacation days? Or how will I pay rent? It's about not having to sacrifice your dreams because you can't afford them. The biggest lesson here isn't about money, it's about time. Is it worth giving up a huge chunk of your life for a job you probably hate? Is your life really just working, coming home, watching TV, sleeping, and repeating that until you're old? How many hours are you going to let slip away? Maybe you're fine with that. Maybe you have no choice right now. If so, cool. Hopefully this was just some entertaining perspective for you. But if you're one of the people who gets it, who never wants to worry about money again, I need to remind you, stop chasing money, chase problems. This is the equation. If you want liberty, let solving problems be the meaningful struggle of your life. Will it make you happy? Will you feel fulfilled? Only you can answer that. But if the struggle means something, maybe it's worth it. Conclusion. So that's the equation. Obviously, I skipped a lot of the tiny details. Business and finance are too huge to cover in one conversation. If you actually want to start this journey, go read The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. He's the guy who inspired a lot of this. And remember what I said at the start. Most people won't succeed, but the most important part is failing. You have to fail fast and move on to the next thing. And even if you aren't starting a business right now, ask yourself, what problems am I solving at your job? If you solve bigger problems for your boss, you have leverage to get paid more. But I'll leave you with the same message. Stop chasing money. Start chasing solutions. Hey, thanks for listening to me ramble all the way to the end. Seriously, these things take forever to research and put together, so I appreciate you hanging out. I'm trying to make videos that are actually interesting about business and life. If you want more of this real talk, hit subscribe and turn on the notifications.